Who's better, him or Cam Thomas?
Cam Thomas is better than him for sure.
Nope.
Cam Thomas is better than him.
I don't know.
Oh,
Nope. I don't know.
Based on what?
Nope. I really don't know.
Based on what?
What are you basing it on?
It's just side
What the hell are you talking about?
Because I watched Anfernee's game. Anfernee can shoot the ball really well. Cam Thomas is a better bucket getter than him for sure. For sure.
I'm not going that far. And the reason why I'm not going that far, because one, better athlete, nicer with the pill. Better athlete, nicer with the pill.
He's not nicer with the pill. That's number one. He's not nicer with the pill.
I watch Anfernee Simons too, because I watch Trailblazer games. Yes, I do. And I watched Anfernee Simons when he was with
watched
the
Anfernee
Trailblazers.
Simons when he was playing for the Agua Caliente Clippers. That don't mean nothing.
Bigger. Okay, you watched when he was playing with the who?
The Agua Caliente Clippers. Didn't mean nothing. Like that doesn't mean nothing. Like everybody watching Anfernee Simons and Cam Thomas. Everybody
so
watching.
Bigger, so bigger, better athlete, better shot selection. I think they both relatively the same.
What do you mean he got better shot selection?
He takes better shots. It's really that simple. I don't have to turn this into something way different than what it is. If I'm a bigger,
in what way? They both take shots off the dribble.
Okay. So if I'm a smaller guard and I got a big guy on me, I take him to the rim because I'm faster than him. I can get around him. I'm not bailing him out with bad shots at the long ball line like Cam Thomas does. If I got smaller guys on me,
Anfernee just shot 16 threes last night. Chill. Anfernee just shot 16 threes
and made how many of them? And made how many of them?
That fits the Celtic system. Sounds about right.
And made how many of them?
Switch it? No, hold on. I'm not gonna let you. I'm finna start cooking now because I'm not finna let you say something and then when I bring it up, you want to try to shift the goalpost.
Let's go.
You said I'm not gonna bail you out and I'm gonna take you to the basket.
16 threes.
Nigga shot 16 threes last night.
Yeah, he generated offense last night. That's a good job.
So now it's a different thing. Now he generated offense. Go back to Chill's
a really good 3-point shooter generating 16 looks.
I'm not going. No. Stay on Chill's.
Well, you under the impression that those 16 threes was all bad.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to bail you out. I'm going to go to the basket when I need you. This nigga shot 16 threes last night.
And made almost 50% of them, which means he had it going. So you're under the impression that he shot 16 threes. Those were bad shots. That's what you're under the impression. No, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that the shots that he was taking last night were good shots. He wasn't taking bad shots, which is what Cam Thomas does. He does bail players out, players on defense with bad shots. I don't think Anfernee Simons does that.
Yeah, he scored at a high level too, though.
And so does Anfernee Simons.
He don't score at the level as Cam Thomas, though. That's the problem you're gonna run into. He doesn't score at the level of Cam Thomas now. Even though the system that he's in Boston. What about when the system he was in Portland? He still didn't score better than Cam Thomas.
Anfernee Simons doesn't hijack the offense, though.
I would argue he does.
No, I would argue he doesn't. He doesn't hijack the offense nearly as much as Cam Thomas does.
Is the same bucket getter as Cam Thomas.
Then why is Cam Thomas not playing as much as Anfernee Simons?
Y'all perspective of
role.
Anfernee and Cam Thomas is different. It's because Anfernee Simons can shoot the ball better, so you in your brain get it that he's a better catch and shoot guy, that he's a better guy that you can swing the ball to. But at the end of the day, Cam Thomas is a better bucket getter than him.
Based on what?
That's not that hard to
Based
imagine.
on what, Jordan? If I'm a better athlete,
on the nigga average 24 a game.
So points we average, and if I'm not mistaken, didn't so?
To be fair, that was only like 25 games though, because he didn't play a whole.
By the way. And since you on that subject, Jordan, I mean, Anfernee Simons averaged almost 23 a game for the season. He didn't do that over
the season before that. He averaged 21.
Yeah, so I'm consistently getting buckets.
And then the season after that, he averaged damn near 20.
This is an interesting conversation for me, Chill.
Yeah, Thomas averaged 22.
I do think this is interesting because as somebody who had to, and obviously this is a little biased, I had to watch Anfernee Simons for the last several seasons.
Sure,
like a lot. He was actually a really good secondary score off Dame for a couple of really good seasons. He came off the bench. I know, Jordan, you remember. He came off the bench for a while. He was playing with him. Remember, it was CJ McCollum, it was Dame, and it was him. And then eventually when CJ kind of passed on, then it became Anfernee Simons' role. And I think Anfernee stepped into that role like really well. You know, by the time he gets to year 4, he's averaging 29 minutes a game. He averaged 17 a game that season. He shoots 40.5% from 3 and 8 attempts a game. This is 4 years ago. Like, he was actually already turning into a really good scorer. Then what happened is his volume went up again, 35 minutes, 21 points, and he shot 38% from 3 and 9 attempts a game, 89% from the free throw line. And then the next year, 23 a game, 39% on 9 attempts a game, which is still really good efficiency, 92% from the free throw line. Like, I actually think if you go watch his game, not you, public go watch him play in Portland, he did a lot of things really well. He just isn't a passer playmaker. Now, that's both him and Cam are twins in that. Neither one of them are passer playmakers. But I do think there's something too, Jordan, you tell me if I'm tripping, okay, as a coach. Do you think that being a better pull-up shooter, which he is, and a better three-point shooter, and the fact that he takes so many threes, do you think that also aids him in this conversation as an offensive player if neither one of them are really good passers?
Yeah, that's the point that I made up. The reason why people are trying to make it so lopsided with Cam Thomas and Anfernee is because Anfernee can shoot the ball. So when somebody has the ability to shoot the ball, we automatically assume that you can have him like a catch and shoot guy. So that's something that we put in our head, and we feel like we can plug him anywhere. But I'm saying Anfernee likes to get down off the dribble,
shoot the basketball. You can't plug him in as a catch and shoot guy. You can do that.
Hold on, wait.
You can do that.
What wrong? Which part?
Anfernee Simons he does catch and shoot. That might not be what he wants to do, but Anfernee Simons a catch and fire and bang that.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't say he didn't. I said that's why people assume that's that's why Anfernee is so much better than Cam Thomas, because he has the ability to do that. But in reality of it is he likes to get his game off the dribble just like Cam Thomas does. Like, that's how he likes to play. So I'm saying, from what I see, I feel like Cam Thomas is a better bucket, but I feel like Cam Thomas is a better bucket getter than him. Like, one-on-one, I think Cam Thomas is better. I think Cam Thomas is better than one-on-one. I think Cam Thomas is better inside the paint. I think Cam Thomas can get his shot over anybody without all of that dribbling that Anfernee do. So when Ox said Anfernee when Ox said Anfernee don't hijack the offense, that's why I said I disagree, because Anfernee does hijack the offense sometimes.
But
like, he does.
Cam is the Uber, and please correct me if I'm wrong, anybody disagrees. If I had to classify one as an over dribbler, it would be Cam Thomas.
Definitely Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is the one that be dribbling the air out the ball. Like that's why when you said that,
the same thing.
When you said that, that's why I was
based
so
on
shocked,
what, Jordan?
Because Cam, hold on, because Cam Thomas be dribbling that air out the ball.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I didn't say
to get a shot.
Yeah, but I didn't disagree with that. All I said was Anfernee does the same thing.
But that's, and I know we've been on this for a while, but not close to the extent of Cam Thomas.
No, that's one of
Cam Thomas look like he out there in the N1 mixtape too.
Yeah, that's one of his biggest problems. He won't get off the peel. No, that's one of his biggest problems.
Anfernee doesn't really get off the peel either, though.
He actually does.
To your point, I'm going back to Cam Thomas last year. Granted, this was just 24 games or whatever, as Mar says. He did score better in isolation, more limited sample size. He was 1.13 points per possession last year, and then Anfernee was at 0.913. So he did, but again, larger sample size. Obviously, one player played a lot more games than the other did. So he is a better ISO scorer. I'll give you that.
It's the panel. Religion get built on cam. Where the check throw smoke and the hoes go ham. You ain't never seen hoops all hit the raw. Every take got weight, every night we drop. This that barbershop. Courtside, worldwide tone. Welcome to the only show that really feel like numbers jumping like the score.